If you're into true crime, you've probably heard the name Stephen McDaniel, who killed his neighbor Lauren Giddings in 2011. He was on the news acting like a concerned citizen when they were interviewing him. He didn't do anything wrong, according to him. And they ended up finding Lauren's body in the dumpster next to their building. And the news told Stephen this while he was on camera, and he silently melts down and he just walks away. He squats down and he's just completely in shock. And the police see his reaction on the news. So they take him in for questioning. And one of the most bizarre, memorable police interviews of all time unfolds. And I'll show you how bizarre this is. Look at this. This is going to be a time lapse of the interview. And the interview was at least a couple hours long. And that's kind of a blast from the past. Live leak. That's hilarious. But anyway, yeah, it's only about a minute. But just watch how still he is. And look at this time flying by. And that's minute by minute, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 minutes. And look at him. He's completely stone still. He moves his head, but nothing else. His arms, absolutely still. This is beyond impressive. It's so freaking creepy how he did this or why he did that. And if he even realized he was doing that. I think he was still in a state of shock. I don't think anything else can be explained other than him being in this complete state of shock that he actually got caught, I guess, or that he's facing the rest of his life in prison. They made him take out his driver's license and a couple things out of his wallet. That was his rapid movements there for a second. But the rest of the time, he doesn't freaking move, dude. He doesn't move. It is just so weird. And I wonder if the detectives even noticed that as that was happening, if they really even noticed like how still he was. Just crazy. That is just so bizarre. Anyway, that's on the channel Live PG. Yeah, they must have just saw the interview and maybe they noticed that and they just created a time lapse out of it. But yeah, just crazy as all hell. This is the first media interview that he did. And it's not just one interview. I believe it's actually a couple of interviews. Although I haven't seen this all the way through yet. I figured I would just watch it along with this video as it unfolds. So let me just make sure that I got everything right. Yep, looks like we're good. So let's give this a watch.
We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one.
So yeah, obviously she's missing at this point. They haven't found her yet.
The last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
Did you see her hang out with
Scattered storms, low 72. In Forsyth.
No one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, you always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much.
And she just recently graduated from Mercer?
I'm assuming that's the front gate into the complex.
We were both JD students. We graduated back in May.
Back in May, so probably about a month before.
What did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know anybody that...
Again, she's his next door neighbor. And they were neighbors for like 3-4 years.
I mean, we don't know where she is.
This dude's a real piece of work.
The only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her. Because, I mean,
and in case you didn't know, I'll just spoil it for you right out the gate. In case you've not heard of this guy, he ends up killing her in her apartment, and he dismembers her in her bathtub, and he places parts of her throughout the city, and he places her torso into the dumpster next door, or next to their building, basically their building dumpster. He puts her torso into it. The police end up finding it, and when he finds out about that, he kind of goes into a state of shock, to say the least. But they didn't recover any other parts of her at all. They didn't recover anything else other than the torso, so they don't know, like, I mean, obviously the rest of her was unfortunately discarded in the local landfill, but I don't know if they actually made an effort to try to find the rest of her. I know it's extremely difficult to try to find a body once it's sent off to the landfill. I mean, there's quite a few examples out in the true crime community of a victim that goes missing and they determine that they were placed into garbage and they were hauled off into the landfill and they were just never found. Even in cases when the FBI gets involved and they know exactly the perimeter of where that dump truck had discarded the trash, and they could sift through it for weeks and weeks, and they almost never, ever find somebody once they're sent off to the landfill. So I don't know if they actually ended up looking for the rest of her, but they definitely found her torso, and that may happen during this interview.
One of her friends had a key. We went inside. and
If
tried to
not,
see if there was
I've got
anything
another
amiss,
clip
but
where they
she had a door jamb
where
that
we'll
was
see his reaction
sitting
for
right
sure.
by it, so there was no sign that anyone broke in. I mean, door was
So he's playing the
locked
part.
when
He's the
everyone
killer.
got here.
He killed her.
I mean, we just don't know
And
where
he's pretending,
she
oh,
is.
I don't know
What
anything.
about
I don't know anything.
the parking lot area? I know they've been doing
Which, by the
a
way,
lot
he
of-
used
I
to
think
spy
that's
on
where
her
they
all the
recovered
time,
the
too, and he actually
body
recorded
or
himself
whatever
doing
they
it.
recovered from there.
Body.
Had you heard? Had you seen anything there?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Had you
Let me
seen
go
anything
back.
there?
Let me go back.
A lot of- I think-
She did say it.
I mean, door was
Hold on.
locked when everyone got here. I mean, we just don't know where she is. I mean,
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
body?
They recovered the
Had you heard-
body.
Had you seen anything there?
Look at his face. He just realized they found her torso.
I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. That's
Well,
how
of
we're
course
trying to
it's
ask
gonna be
people
the
if
same
they know who
person.
lived there.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
What?
Okay, that's the first clip of
Creepy,
video
dude.
Michelle Casada did with Stephen McDaniel last Thursday.
Wow.
A week ago.
All right, let's
To
see.
you, did he seem genuinely upset?
Let me
with the fact
try to
that
skip
the
ahead a
body
little
was
bit here.
discovered?
All right, so this is the next one. This is
Been ready for
after.
the ball.
I wish they'd showed him. He walks down that sidewalk. He takes like 10 steps down the sidewalk, and then he just squats on the ground, and he just kind of sits there with this look of horror in his face. Not the look of horror like, oh my God, she's dead, but it's the look of horror as in, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. I mean, that's very clearly what that look on his face is representing. So this is going to pick up where they just informed him, and then about 5 minutes goes by, and then they start talking with him again, and that's where this picks up right here.
No one had seen her since Saturday because we all just, there's not a whole lot of interaction unless we're doing classes.
Right.
And she was doing the online version of it.
You all
So,
studied together, though?
we were in, there's two different people there's two companies that provide it. Kaplan provides it and Barbary provides it. I signed up with Barbary and I've been doing the lectures that they have in the mornings. She was doing the Kaplan online, so I hardly ever saw her. I would see her like go out running, but
What time would you go out running?
I don't even know when.
Was it at night or morning?
I saw her like midday a couple weeks ago.
I mean, they'll get some questions out of him.
The last time I saw her was
Which you will find to be quite interesting because once we get into the police interview, he pretty much locks down. As in, I don't know anything. I don't know what you're talking about. And he just gives like yes and no answers. But you really want to stay tuned for the interview because it is one of the greatest, most bizarre, most interesting, most fascinating interviews in police detective history, without any doubt.
back from the bar prep on the main campus because we got moved
But he's
over there for a week. or
definitely
two.
running his mouth on the news, though. He's talking to her just fine.
I mean, she ran all the time. I mean, she had a group that she would go running
And I think
with.
that's why police ended up thinking that he was kind of playing an act when he was talking with police, the way he shut down like he did. I mean, if you didn't watch this interview before the police interview, you would just assume he's just in a perpetual state of shock that like, oh my God, like, I don't know what's like his brain just can't comprehend like what's about to happen to him. But he's talking to the news just fine. So I maybe he shuts down because the police now approach him, and maybe that's what causes him to just kind of have some sort of a meltdown. But he's talking to him after they found the bodies, so
I don't know anyone.
yeah, I don't
that
know
you wanna
really
hurt.
what to make of that, I guess.
As nice a person as there is.
He's quite the
Was
actor.
she moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah, she was going to be moving out today.
Today,
She was
yeah.
supposed to move out today.
Ain't that a
because
bitch? He
someone else
killed
was
her
going to be moving
like
into her apartment.
2 days, 3 days
And we
before she
were
was
all-
due to move out. What a scumbag.
Do you know if she was like, where is she from? Is she from Maryland? Or
Yeah, she's from up in
Can I just
Maryland.
put this on you so we can hear you?
Wow,
Alright?
she's from Maryland.
I'm so sorry. Here, and you can just hold on to that. Thank you.
So she's an out-of-state
She's
student.
from Maryland?
Yeah, I mean, she was from up in Maryland. I mean, all her family was there, as far
Yep,
as I
and
know.
her whole family has to deal with all this now. From, I don't know how far that is, like
What's
what,
going on
500
in your
miles
mind
or
right now?
something.
What are you thinking?
What are you thinking? Good question.
Why would anyone do this?
I don't know, Stephen, why would you do this, Mr.
No.
McDaniel?
I just heard something. Maybe I could have helped.
Okay, don't worry. Do you want to sit down for a second? Get something to drink?
Crocodile tears, maybe?
Do you know if a bunch of her friends are getting together or anything?
That's how I found out that she was missing.
Oh yeah, I think that was crocodile tears.
A bunch of her friends came over yesterday night around midnight, and they hadn't seen her since Saturday, so they were trying to find out where she was.
So they were knocking on neighbors' doors and stuff?
No, they went in. They had a key to her apartment, and they checked around, didn't see anything out of place. It was locked when everyone got there.
That was midnight?
Yeah, around midnight, and then we went over to law school, see if maybe she was over in the library studying or something. And we looked up in the study rooms on the 3rd floor, and there was no one there.
See, this is why police pay close attention to those who are looking for somebody who's missing, because often the killer will be among them. And this is just another example of that.
And just trying to find anything to figure out where she was.
She doesn't have any family in Georgia.
Police confirm
I
body
don't know.
is Lauren Giddings.
As far as I know, all of her family's
Unfortunately.
in Maryland.
Monroe
Have you met her
County's
family
South
before?
Coast.
Oh,
okay, that's
there was one time
irrelevant.
that they came down first year. She had a little dog, a little brown dog, that she would exercise out in front of the law school, and it got hit as she was coming across the road.
Good grief.
I heard
I didn't know about
the
that.
car hit it and ran out, and she was there crying, and thankfully there was someone who came along who knew a vet or something, and they helped that, and her family came down I think a couple weeks after that or something. I met them just briefly.
Right.
But
Their boyfriend
we've been trying to figure out. She has a boyfriend up in Atlanta, but someone called him, and he hadn't heard from her. Just no one could figure out where she was.
Who was the last person they were?
She's got quite the hairdo.
On Saturday?
Yeah, she went over to a couple friends' house, Gary Mueller and Joe Cairns. They live over on Walnut, and they said that she was over there in the morning, and then that was the last time that anyone we've been able to find out from.
It's on the Telegraph, by the way.
What she was going to do that day or anything?
Joe, he got onto her computer last night to see if she had said anything.
Only
She sent an
17,000
email out to
subs?
some people
That can't be
that
right.
afternoon, talking about like going out to eat or something. And the last thing that there was an email that she sent out after 10 that night, where she sent to, I think it was someone in Atlanta, a friend of hers in Atlanta, and she said that she was afraid.
Trying to figure
in her
out
apartment
if
that
I
she
should
thought
just let it
someone
go.
tried to break in on Thursday
'Cause
night.
he is giving out more info,
and
so,
she,
you know.
she was afraid to stay in there, but
Where did you hear that from? From Joe?
he pulled it up and we read it off the screen.
She had said that to a friend in Atlanta?
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
remember his name, but
And you hadn't heard anything on Thursday night? of
No.
break-in?
I can't remember if she
No.
did have a boyfriend or not. I'm trying to
No,
remember.
If she had, I could have done something.
Because I've seen different
I could have lent her a
shows,
handgun. I've
content
got a little
surrounding this
handgun that I
case.
have for defense, and
She could have slept over or something.
yeah, something. If she was afraid in her apartment, then get her out of there.
Because they tried to break in on Thursday.
That's what she said in the email. She thought that someone had tried to break into her apartment. She said,
I wonder what's
Macon
going through the
hoodlums
minds
tried
of
to
those
break
who are
into my
interviewing him.
apartment on
I wonder if
Thursday
they really
night.
think that he's the one
Is
who
that
did
her
it, and
car
that's
parked there?
probably why they're
The
firing
Chevy?
off all these questions at him.
Small car?
No, I
Because it
think
sounds
the-
like there's
the
not one
detectives
reporter
got
there.
it
It sounds like
out
there's,
of some-
you know, a gaggle.
No, it was here.
Sounds like there's
earlier,
quite a few
and
there.
They towed it. It'd been there for days, and then they towed it to, I guess, look through, see if there was. Yeah.
For days. Okay, so she had been missing for a little while at this point.
How long was the police here? Was it like when you walked up a little while ago? Or?
No,
The police were called last night, and they came and they looked around. They didn't see anything. I mean, they went in. We looked around the place. No sign of a struggle. No sign that anyone had broken in. Just nothing. Just she was gone. I mean,
He looked like he hadn't had much sleep.
Her ID was there. Her wallet was there. But
we've got a third piece of
like
video
it
here.
like it really messed him up.
After
maybe.
That, we'll take the break and we'll come back and we
hard
will talk to
telling.
you about some of this, and you can fill in some of the gaps.
I don't know if he was a serial killer in the
The interview
making.
Michelle did with Stephen McDaniel.
Let's see if there's anything else here.
Where's the audio?
No audio. Where's the audio, guys? Come on, y'all. What's going on? All right.
A few of the other friends.
Just another minute roll by,
Burpee,
and we'll jump into the interview.
Burpee and Garen and Ashley, they were here.
You know what? I'll just go straight to the interview now. I mean, he's just giving out details that are not really as pertinent. So reacts to the body discovery. We did already see that, so I don't have to let that go. So we'll just jump straight into the interview. This is it. And let me adjust the volume here. See if we can
All right.
get some good
I
volume.
got to ask you a few more questions.
Okay.
You came down earlier tonight, me and you talked, all right. You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
No.
That's just you are. What's wrong?
Yeah, what's wrong?
You know Detective Patterson, right?
Yes.
Do you remember? Put your hands up here. You remember us talking earlier
And
tonight?
put your hands up there for the next
Right.
2 hours.
Yes.
You remember me earlier in the day?
Yes.
When we came down here and talked a little bit and then we left?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
listen
need
to his
know
responses.
about this girl right here. You know her?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lauren Giddings.
Does she live next door to you?
Yes.
He's getting right up in his face. He
When's
knows.
the last time you
They
seen
know.
her?
Oh,
Two
they
or 3
know.
weeks ago.
Because they watched his stupid ass on the
Was you
news.
friends with Lauren?
Yes.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay?
That is
Was
so
you friends
creepy,
with him?
man.
Yes.
Close friends?
We were good.
I mean, y'all were friends,
you know
right?
he's, like,
Both of
staring
y'all
dead
law
into this
students,
detective's
you're
eyes.
studying to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
What kind of law do you want to go into? Criminal law?
Yes.
Civil? Is that what you want to do for a living?
Yes.
Okay. Are you almost finished?
He looks more like a defense
Yes.
lawyer.
Okay. So you don't have too much more to do, right?
That crazy hair of his.
All right. Are you going to stay here in Macon?
I don't know.
Did you used to work
I
at the
don't
district
know.
attorney's office in Macon?
Yes.
Was you on the
Yes.
prosecutor side or the defense side?
Prosecutor.
So you were on our side.
Yes.
Right. You never worked on the
Wow.
other side?
No.
Did you
Wow.
like it when you were down there?
Yes.
Got along with everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like Napoleon
And you
Dynamite
lived
with
next
that.
to Lauren
Yes.
for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she's at tonight?
No.
Yeah,
Hmm?
but he says no.
No.
Have you ever seen her with that dress on?
No.
You have no idea where she's at?
No.
Okay.
Well, we'll see about that. This detective is a real hoot. Just wait till the other one comes in, too.
yes.
These guys make a perfect team. I wish we could hear that, but
Oh, okay.
got the
my
volume
major
maxed.
didn't do that, but okay. All right. All right. Bye.
yeah, we're not going to hear any of that. It wouldn't have made a difference.
Look,
I've already got the volume up a lot.
just tell me what happened, brother.
I don't know.
Well, where's she at? I need you. I'm asking you for your help. I'm a detective, and I'm asking you for your help.
Mr. Lawyer.
Okay? I'm asking you for help. I need your help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
You don't know if you can help me?
Why not?
Yes.
I need your help. Help me out. Tell
Need
me
your
what
help,
to do.
buddy.
Has anybody asked you for help today? I'm asking you as a friend for help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You can't help a friend out?
I don't know what you need.
I need to know where Lauren's at.
Yeah,
I
you know
don't
what he needs.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen anybody over her house the last couple nights?
No.
Okay. If you knew where she was, would you tell me?
Yes.
What do you think happened to her?
I don't know.
It's so weird, man.
Do you even care that no one can find her?
Yes.
I mean,
It's
I don't
on.
know, do you?
Yes.
This is on Macon Telegraph Archive.
Do you
Give
have
him
a
a sub.
girlfriend?
No.
I'll have to sub to the last one, too.
Did you
I
think
forgot.
Lauren was your girlfriend?
No.
I mean, you said you didn't have any other cars, right?
Give that a
Right.
like.
Well, why would everybody you went to school with for the last 3 and 4 years said that you own another car other than that Geo Prism? Everybody I've talked to, all your friends you were in school with, people that you worked at the district attorney's office with said you have other cars other than that car.
Interesting.
And you're gonna sit here today and tell me you don't have another car?
I don't.
Well, where's it at?
I don't have one.
You never had another car besides that Geo Prism.
No.
So if I call your granddaddy, he's gonna tell me that you only have one car.
Yes.
What's his phone number?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Because I already have his number. You don't know his phone number?
No.
Well, I already got it. That'd be great if he just whipped out his phone and just called him right then. He's not going to, I don't think.
I mean, you seriously can't help us out.
His number is in my cell phone.
That's a start. Where's your cell phone?
Yeah, where is it?
At the apartment.
In your apartment? I mean, it's kind of late to be calling him. Does he stay up late?
I don't know.
I thought
Do
he
you have
said
a
he already had his
grandmother, or
number.
is it just him?
My grandmother passed away.
A while back?
Yes.
But you're close to your grandfather, right?
Yes.
I mean, don't he own some property or something, he said? A couple of acres?
My granddaddy or my grandfather.
Who lives in Pike County?
My granddaddy.
Does he own any land down there?
Yes.
Okay. And do sometimes you go down there to visit him or something?
Last time we met, I went down and visited with my aunt and uncle.
He's so monotone.
What did he do for a living? Was he an attorney like you?
He worked for the Southern Railroad Company.
Is anybody in your family
Nice.
an attorney?
No.
You're the only one that went through law school?
Yes.
All the way through.
Well, that's an accomplishment, don't you think?
Yes.
All he needed was the
I mean,
bar.
It took a long time, right?
Yes.
A lot of hard work.
A lot of
All
studying.
for nothing. And he didn't even represent himself either. That kind of surprised me a little. Well, I mean, not really. He didn't really have any experience.
I think you told me earlier you were from up Atlanta, or did you live in Atlanta or Griffin or something like that?
Lilburn.
You don't have any family left up there?
Actually, I think at some point maybe he did end up representing himself, because there was a video of him interviewing his defense attorney who was on the stand, and he was in his prison jumpsuit and everything, and he was questioning him on the stand. So there might have been a point in time where he did end up representing himself. That's
Yes.
possible.
Well, who lives up there?
My parents.
Okay. Any brothers or sisters?
My sister
Parents
lives
up in Atlanta.
Tucker.
Georgia?
Yes.
What's up with the pair of underwear that was in your apartment?
I
That was
don't
like
know.
a mask. It was cut out like a mask.
What?
You cut underwear out to look like mask?
No.
Yeah, he does.
How many
Freaking
guns did you
weirdo.
have in your apartment?
Guns, huh?
What are they? Do you
Three.
know what they are?
3 guns.
A rifle.
What
And
kind of
2
rifle did you have?
An AK semi-automatic.
Where'd you
All
buy
right.
it from?
Classic Arms.
Is that Atlanta or something?
Online.
Okay.
Online.
What kind of pistols do you own?
EAA Witness. Full size and compact.
Okay. What is that? What about the one that was on the bed?
That's the full size.
That's the full size one. What was the other one?
The compact.
Where was that at?
On the table. By the bed.
Yeah. Remember I was in there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then you had that samurai sword.
Yes.
That was just that's not, is it an expensive sword or is it just a
No.
knockoff? It's just one of the knockoff swords.
Yes.
And what about the knife?
Which knife?
The one that was, remember you showed me it was dull?
Like a hunting knife or
Yes.
something?
What kind of knife is that? Because I don't know.
Kukri.
Kukri.
Where do you get something like that online?
I bought it from a friend.
Did you have any other knives in the house
Yes.
that I didn't see? Because you didn't show me no other knives. That's the only ones you showed me. What other knives did I miss?
There's a pocket knife that's on the table.
Are you a knife collector or a knife person, or
No.
you just like
Sound
knives?
like you are.
I used to collect swords.
I mean, do you know your swords?
Yes.
I mean, to sell and trade swords?
No.
But you just bought here and
Yes.
there?
No.
Yes.
But you wouldn't consider yourself like a sword expert?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Because, you know, they have that TV show where they sell stuff, you know,
Yeah, the Antiques
At
Roadshow,
night.
probably.
on
Yes.
TV. But
Shout
I
out
don't
to
know,
Grandma's
it's called
Boy.
The Knife Shop or something like that. Have you ever seen what I'm talking about? I don't know if you have
Yes.
cable TV or not. All right.
All right.
You know, tonight
This detective is quite a character, man.
we're still looking for
I
Lauren.
love this guy.
You know any of these other girls in this picture?
I wish the quality was better. I tried. It's just not good quality.
I know that she goes to the law school, but I
Okay.
can't remember her
Yeah,
name.
that's
So
the best we
she's
got.
studying to be an attorney too?
Yes.
Okay. Is that how Lauren looked with the long hair the last time you seen her?
Yes.
Or did she cut, that's how she looks?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, this was in 2010.
Year ago. I think he's looking at the back of the photo. Yeah, he is. Okay.
Who do you think took Lauren away?
I don't know.
Well, I need your help. Can you give me some, what is your observation of this? I know you're smarter, okay?
He switches to
I
bad
know
cop
you
here in a
have.
little bit.
An observation you can tell me. What do you think happened to her?
I think someone took her.
You think, I mean, you watch TV shows, right? Like
Yeah.
detective shows.
PSI.
What's your observation? How do you think somebody would take her? If somebody did take her.
When she was running.
Does she normally run all the time?
She runs, I don't know how often.
You mean
Oh,
you
of
think
course you
somebody might
know.
have took her when she was running like down the street somewhere?
Yes.
Uh-huh. That'd be
You
awful
don't
convenient
think
for you.
somebody got her when she got back to her apartment?
I don't know.
Why not?
Well, you know there was a body found in the trash can next to the apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You do
Yeah.
know that. And it's a female, white female's body,
A freaking monster.
right there, right next to y'all's apartment. Feet from her apartment.
Yep.
I mean,
Now, who would have done that?
we don't know 100% sure it's Lauren, but we're pretty confident it is. We're waiting for some tests to be done to be 100% sure. I mean, who would do something to somebody and throw them in a trash can?
I don't
A
know.
I'm
monster.
asking for your advice or your observation. Who in your complex would do something like that? You lived over there for 3 years. Tonight's the first night I think I've ever been over there. In your expert opinion, of all your knowledge of going through law school and all that, who in that complex do I need to talk to?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know people
No
in
names
there.
come to mind. You can't help me out a little bit?
What if he's gonna throw somebody under the bus? Or try to?
You can't help me out?
I don't know.
You don't know anybody at all that lives in that complex. You know, earlier you told me about a guy that lived in apartment 15. I mean, is he a decent guy?
I think so.
Don't y'all have a laundry room there or something?
Yes.
That everybody has access to the laundry room?
Yes.
Has anybody been working on the apartments below you in the last couple of weeks that you've noticed?
I haven't seen anyone.
But you don't know if they've been doing work on that apartment, number one?
No.
I mean, earlier today, me and you sit here and talk normal. What's
Yeah,
going on with you now? Why are you acting like this?
Very
I need to
weird.
know.
I need to
Why
know.
all of a sudden you're acting like this?
I don't understand.
Okay. Earlier today, we sat here and talked. But now you're acting like you don't know what's going on.
He probably talked like he did it when he was on the news. Just almost casual.
I mean, did something happen or something to you?
You got a guilty conscience.
I mean, why are you shutting down? Why are you not talking to me?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you scared?
No.
I mean, you're not scared, are you?
No.
Are you sad that something happened to Lauren? If that's her in that trash can?
Yes.
You don't sound like it.
When's the last time you said you can't remember the last time earlier today that you took the trash out to the trash can? Right? Am I wrong?
That's right.
I mean, because you said you stayed inside the whole weekend, I think, because you had all your food and all that.
Playing his
You never
video
went
games.
to Kroger over the weekend or Walmart or anything?
I don't remember.
Yeah, right.
But you could have.
I don't know.
When you go to Kroger, when you do go to the store to get your food, do you use a credit card or you pay cash?
Cash.
Do you have a Kroger card?
Yes.
Okay. So the Kroger card should be able to tell if you were at Kroger this weekend, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do you swipe your card or just enter your cell phone number?
They scan it.
Well, because I enter my phone number because I can't never remember to bring my card.
That's what I do too. I put in the phone number in the keypad.
But you don't remember if you went
I
over
mean,
there.
I don't shop at Kroger,
You
but I
drive
don't
your
have a
car,
Kroger
you
here.
walk over there.
Just my local Winn-Dixie.
You ever go to Walmart on the east side of Gray Highway? Or which Walmart do you go to when you go to Walmart?
Gray Highway.
You don't ever go out to Zeppelin Road?
I wonder if this detective is convinced that they got the
You ever
guy.
go out there? You know where Zeppelin Road, the new Walmart?
No.
You don't?
He is
So you just
chillaxing.
basically go to the one on Gray
They
Highway?
got him. Got him.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where you're at tonight?
Yes.
Do you know what
Where
year
are
it
you
is?
at?
Detective Bureau.
Okay. And you know why we've been working all day trying to find Lauren, right?
Yes.
Because her family wants to know where she's at.
Yes.
And I don't know what to tell her family. So I'm asking you, what do I need to tell her family?
I don't know.
What do you want me to tell them? I don't know?
Huh.
Huh?
Oh, you know.
You're going to have to tell me what to tell her family. It's all on you, brother. What do you want me to tell her family? Huh?
What indeed?
No.
Well, I need to know.
He wants to
I need
say,
to
I don't
know.
know.
Okay? If something happened to Lauren and you know, you need to tell me. If you know something. Because I need to know. Because her family's down here want to know what happened to her.
I don't know.
You think being a lawyer, he would have said, I need a lawyer.
No.
But
That's
nope.
what you want me to tell her mother and her father.
I found that interesting
That you
too.
don't know.
I don't know.
Not that you're sorry that she's missing. Not that you've been trying to help me all day find her, but you just wanted me to tell her I don't know.
Yep, I don't know.
I don't know.
Are
where
you a
she
sorry
is.
piece of shit that you want me to tell her that?
Oh, uh-oh. Here comes bad
You
cop.
got your ass on that fucking news and stood out there
running your mouth
and gave a media report that her mother saw.
Oh, shit.
About her missing daughter. And you want me to sit there and tell him that you don't know? Is that what you want me to tell him? Because you're all over the news. You sure stood out there and ran your mouth to the news media. But now you're going to get out here and you don't fucking know. You know. You're just a sorry piece of shit that don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Well, why'd you tell the media everything? Do you need to see what you told the media today?
Yes.
It was on the 11 o'clock news.
And you're
well, I'm
blathering at
asking
them all day.
you.
Well,
Tell me. I want to know.
Ooh.
I don't know where she is.
That ain't what you told the media. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
He's still staring dead at him.
Right?
Scooch the
You
picture
buy all
up to
these
him.
weapons. Was you ever in the military?
No.
Of course not.
What do you need all these weapons for?
Yeah.
Are you scared somebody's going to hurt you?
No.
What do you need all these weapons for?
To have.
Why? There's a reason why. Were you molested as a child?
No.
Then why do you need all these weapons?
To have.
Why? Give me one good reason.
Self-defense, dude. That's
Just
a good
give me
reason.
one reason.
To have.
Why? Does it make you feel important?
No.
Are you a big guy because you got a weapon?
No.
Do you even know how to use it?
Yes.
Have you ever used it?
I need you to tell me what you want me to tell her mother.
Yeah,
Then
let's circle
I will
back.
ask you another thing. I'm not going to tell her mother that you don't know, because her mother saw you on the news tonight, and she cried all the way down to Macon. Because you had the balls to get on the news and tell everybody everything.
Yeah, he didn't think about that.
You didn't have no problem talking to the news when they asked you questions. I'm asking you questions. Where's Lauren?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. You do know. You do know. You know. You know. You do know.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody in Macon knows you knows because you got your sorry ass on the news and told everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
So every friend you have in Macon knows that you know.
Oh, yeah, those anchors are cringing out like crazy. Playing that over and over, I'm sure.
Everybody you go to school with, every one of your professors.
Yep, everybody.
Knows
Everybody.
that you know. Because you got on the news tonight and told everybody that you know. Now, how do you think?
Yep, pretty stupid.
You think you're going to be able to walk down the street tomorrow and nobody bother you?
Bet you didn't think about that.
Think nobody's going to come over and knock on your door?
Why'd you do this,
To see
Stephen?
if you want to talk to the media again?
I don't know.
Oh, they're going to be over there.
Oh, they
brother.
will. You bet your ass they will.
So this little act that you're doing right now ain't working with me. Okay? Because you didn't have no problem talking to the media.
Singing like a canary. Not
No
admitting to
problem.
anything, but telling
So
them
you
all
just
kinds of wild
snap out
stories.
of it and tell me what the hell happened so we can move on.
I don't know.
Well, how many times you gonna say I don't know?
That's really annoying them.
How many times?
I
you
mean,
gonna
it is
say
annoying.
When are you gonna say I remember?
So why don't you
I
fire
don't
off a
wanna
trick
remember
question at
what
them?
happened to her? How many times you gonna say that? If you did something that you regret, you need to let me know.
I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
Well, A body was found over here, right next to where you live. And what do you have in your apartments? A lot of knives. A lot of guns.
A lot of guns.
Right?
Yes.
Well, put two and two together.
And
What
I'm
say you,
asking
Stephen?
about it, and you're just saying, I don't know. That's all. That's the only answer you can give is I don't know. It's 6 hours or a couple hours ago, you was out there telling the media everything. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. You were actually answering questions. Right? How many interviews did you give? Well, you gave like 3. Do you think that was a proper thing to do when a
Nope.
mother's looking for her child?
They asked me what happened.
And what did you tell them?
Now it's his
What
turn.
did you tell
That Lauren was missing.
them? Okay.
Okay.
What else did you tell
That we had gone looking for her.
them? Okay.
She was snatched up
And
while she
what?
was running, I think.
And that we hadn't found her.
And what else did they ask you?
I don't remember.
Why don't you remember?
I don't.
You're telling me that you went through law school. Well, you went through
Right.
college first, right?
Right.
You graduated from college.
Yes.
So now you're in law school. Did you graduate from law school?
Yes.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't fucking remember what they asked you this afternoon?
Yeah, he fucking doesn't remember.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
You just don't fucking believe
Oh,
that shit.
here we go. Detective number 2. I love this guy, too.
So, you talked to him about his guns?
Let's go.
Yeah.
When was the last time you shot those guns?
Yeah, when was the last time you shot?
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Not
Have you
once.
ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
So you bought 3 guns that you've never shot.
Yes.
Why?
Why?
To have.
For what?
To have.
For what? I'm asking for what?
Just to have?
Why do you want to have them? What makes, did they give you, I mean, tell me why it's important to you to have 3 guns.
I mean, guns are expensive. They're very expensive. Especially an AK, I'm sure.
That's an easy question. Come on, talk to me, buddy. Me and you talked all day today. We ain't had a problem communicating. Why is it important for you to have 3 guns?
Come on, cough it up, shit snap. What's
Do
the
you not
big
know?
answer?
No.
Okay. You got a girlfriend?
No.
Who's your best friend?
Michael Quinn.
Michael who?
Quinn.
Who is he?
He was a law student with me.
Is he still a law student?
No, he graduated
When was the last time you talked to him?
before he moved up to Boston.
How long ago was that?
A few weeks.
A few weeks? Like a month? 2 months? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? What?
The beginning of June.
Beginning of June? Beginning of June. Okay. So let me ask you a question. How? You say you don't know where Lauren is, right?
Right.
You said you told me earlier you and Lauren were friends, right?
Yes.
How would you describe y'all's relationship?
She was my friend.
She was your friend.
Very short
What
answer.
did you ever do things for her? Did she ever do things for you? What did she ever do for you?
We talked.
We talked. What y'all talk about?
News.
The news.
The news.
Okay. Earlier you was telling me something about you fixed her computer before.
I couldn't fix it.
You couldn't fix it. What was wrong with it?
I don't remember.
How long ago
Oh,
was
come
that?
Around graduation.
Well, how long ago was that?
Middle of May.
Middle of May. So you were over in her apartment in the
I was
middle
gonna
of
say,
May.
you were over in her
Yes.
apartment?
Have you been over there since then?
Yes.
When was the last time you were over there?
Last night.
Before last night. Have you ever been over there with Lauren since the time you worked on her computer in the middle of May?
No.
How many times have you been in her apartment with her hanging out?
Oh, he's taking off for a little bit.
I don't know.
Probably gonna go call his granddaddy. Where's that other
You
car?
don't know?
I actually don't know if they get to the bottom of that. This phantom
one
second
time,
car.
2 times, 3 times what?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. See, if I had only been somewhere twice, I could remember that. If I had been there over 50 times and you asked me how many times, I'd be like, I don't know, a lot. But the fact
all the
that
time.
you've only been there twice, when I say how many times you've been there, you say you don't know, that's just odd to me. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That does make sense. So what I'm saying right now makes sense.
Several times.
No.
When was the last
This
time you
detective
saw
gets
one?
really frustrated at him.
2 or 3
It's
weeks
funny.
ago.
And have you been on vacation for the last couple of weeks?
He's entertaining.
You been home every night?
Yes.
Has she been at home every night?
I don't know.
Has she been on vacation?
I think she was away for a while.
How long?
Oh, wow.
No.
Were you looking for her?
No.
Why'd you know
Let
she
me
was
tell
away
you,
then?
Even if I didn't talk to my neighbors, I know if my neighbors have been in and out. I hear them come
That's
in,
true.
I hear them go out. I see them when they walk by my window. I've lived in apartments most of my life. So the fact that you haven't seen her in 2 or 3 weeks, that's just odd to me. I'm going to be honest, it makes me feel like you're not being honest with me, Stephen.
You're
Why would
hurting
you
his
not be
feelings,
honest with me?
Stephen.
I am being honest.
Stephen, it just doesn't feel like it, buddy.
I know. The
You know,
deception.
I get the sense that there's something weighing heavy on your heart right now. And it's breaking you down.
Yeah, that's why you're
And you feel
freaking
bad
out.
about it. I can tell you haven't slept much, have you? In the last few days, have you?
No.
Like something's weighing on your mind, ain't it?
We were looking for Lauren.
You started looking for Lauren yesterday.
Right.
Yes.
But you haven't slept in several days, have you?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Earlier when I talked to you, you said you hadn't slept in days. That this morning was the first time you was able to get any sleep, was this morning for a little bit.
Interesting.
No.
Yes, that's what you said.
You still haven't moved
That's
his
what you
hands
told.
either.
So I asked you, well, if you haven't been able to sleep in several days, what have you been doing? Studying? And you said, yeah, studying. You don't remember that?
No.
No.
What I want you to do, and I'm going to ask you this question. I want you to describe to me how you feel right now.
It's a good question. Terrified, probably, that he's going to prison.
You don't know how to answer that with a yes or no,
Yeah,
do you?
I was going to say, that's not a yes or no
I
question.
don't know what's going on.
Oh, you know what's going on.
Lauren's missing.
Lauren's missing.
This pretty
This
little
poor
girl
girl.
right here. Your neighbor.
Just starting out in life.
She's missing.
Freaking
I
monster.
know.
You went looking for her last night.
Yes.
Did you hurt Lauren?
No.
Stephen, did you hurt Lauren?
No.
I know this is hard for you to tell it. But it's weighing on you right now, ain't it, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
You can probably help me with who did.
Damn, that ringer interfered with the
I
the
don't know.
audio in the camera.
Stephen, you know,
That was a blast from the past. Flip phones.
and me and you both know it's no different than when you was a little kid, right? And you reached in that cookie jar and you got caught after your mama told you not to get that cookie. And she
Damn
was,
cookie
did you
jar.
get a cookie? No. And whenever you tell a lie, you feel bad about it right then. One, with every lie, there's a chance you're going to get caught.
Guilty conscience.
And that weighs on you. Because you know you did something bad.
Yeah, we all been there before.
Am I
Yeah.
right?
Freaking cookie jar.
I didn't do it.
You didn't take the cookie?
You didn't take the cookie? Are you sure?
What'd you do, buddy?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you do to Lauren?
I didn't do anything.
You saw Lauren last night, though? Yesterday?
No.
What time was it that she went out to do her laundry?
I don't know.
Where were you at yesterday?
At home.
What'd you do at home? Tell me everything you did yesterday.
Nothing.
From the time you woke up to the time you went to sleep.
Not a yes or a no.
I checked the news.
At what time?
I don't remember.
Was it yesterday morning?
I don't remember.
What'd you do when you woke up?
I think I checked the news.
Alright, you checked the news, okay?
How long did you watch it for? And then what?
What'd you do after
Just
that?
stare down.
I watched some videos online.
Did you clean up?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You smell like you've been cleaning up, like you've been using cleaner to clean up. I know what that smells like. My wife smells like that all the time when she cleans the house. You've been using some kind of cleaner
My
to
wife
clean
smells
up your
like cleaning
apartment, haven't
products.
No.
you? Stephen, you telling me you live like a man? How does your apartment get cleaned?
I clean it.
Okay.
All right.
When was the last time you cleaned it, Stephen?
Now we're going somewhere.
I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
Was it this week?
No.
You mean you go a whole week without cleaning?
Yes.
Why? That's horrible, Stephen.
That's
Was it
horrible,
possibly over the
Stephen.
last weekend?
That's
No.
horrible.
It
Why
wasn't?
not cleaning your
If
apartment.
you can't remember, then how is it that you can tell me that you didn't clean up your apartment last weekend? A minute ago you couldn't remember.
But it still smells like he cleaned it.
I
Well, at
don't
least according to
remember
the
cleaning
detective.
Last weekend.
So it isn't that you didn't.
Now, just a quick pause. They do make a couple of minor errors when they're interviewing him because they come to find out that Lauren was murdered in her apartment and he dismembered her in her bathtub. But the way they're framing these questions, they're trying to get him to admit that he did something to her in his place. Hence the cleaning products, and they get into some details about his bathroom, and that's not actually what the evidence ends up coming out to conclude. The evidence ends up showing that it was in her bathroom, not in his bathroom. So
It's
I
that
thought
you
I would
just
say
don't
that to
remember.
get ahead of it, because he's about to get into that, I think.
Right? Help me out, buddy. Right?
I don't understand.
You don't understand? I don't know how else to say it, Stephen. Let me tell you what I think. I think that she was a friend of yours. Look at her right here.
He
I think that
turns.
she was a
He
friend
finally
of
turns.
yours. And I think something happened, Stephen. You used to watch her come in and out of her apartment, didn't you?
No.
I mean, then how were y'all friends? If me and you friends, we live next door to each other. Every time I look out when I see, oh, there's my buddy going in. Because we're friends. I'm gonna pay attention to when you come in and out. Didn't you just tell me that y'all were friends?
Yes.
But you didn't pay attention to when she came in and out?
No.
Steven, you're lying.
Liar.
Now you're lying. You're just lying. That's a lie. You ever see her come in and out of her apartment?
Yes.
You did? When was the last time?
Well, now it comes out.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Like last week, maybe?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Stephen, you understand that everything that you're saying here doesn't make any sense at all. None. None. You totally contradict everything that relates to human behavior. We have skills to be able to observe things, to hear things, to see things. There are natural things out there that draw our attention every day. Such as when you're driving down the road and somebody hits the horn, you look around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a natural reaction. If you're sitting in your living room, you hear the door slam next to you, you automatically think, my neighbor's home. Right?
Right.
You're telling me that those kind of things don't happen in your life.
You asked if I watched. I didn't watch.
Have you noticed that she's came in and out of our house?
Yeah, I mean, come on,
in
dude.
the
You know what
last
he's
week or
asking
two?
you.
I don't remember.
Maybe he wears a headset. He's getting frustrated at him.
What do you remember, Stephen?
I mean, hell, I don't blame him.
The last time I saw her was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Where at?
She was going out running when I was coming in.
Where
And
were
what
you
time
coming
was
in
that?
from?
Bar preparation.
Bar preparation. What's a bar preparation? Oh, you're preparing for the bar exam.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Here comes
Where
detective
y'all
number
going?
1.
We're just talking. He doesn't seem to remember a whole lot.
Yeah. Playing the stone face game
Everything's
still.
Yes or no, or I don't remember. A lot of things aren't making any sense. I gotta be honest with you, Stephen. Me personally, I don't feel like you're being honest.
Nope.
Okay?
Well, Stephen, you said you're going to help me out, right? With this investigation, because we needed your help. We're asking you for help, right? That's what we, remember I told you that?
Yes.
And you told me you're going to help me,
Yes.
right? You're going to help me find Lauren, right?
Yes.
And ask for your opinion, your observation of what happened there to her,
Yes.
right? And what did you tell me?
I thought
They got her
someone
picture
snatched
right
her.
in front of him.
Right. Where do you think someone might have snatched her from?
When she was
If you're the detective, you're the police detective,
Mm-hmm.
it's your investigation. Where would you start your investigation?
I
Good
don't
question.
know.
Oh,
Come on,
on. Yes, no, I don't know.
You watch TV, right?
Yes.
Okay. You made it through college, right?
Yes.
You made it just about through law school, right?
Yes.
So you should know, where would you start your investigation?
The neighbor.
Where she
I'm
was
assuming that's
last
what they're
seen.
looking for.
Okay. So in this case, where was she last seen?
At Garen's house.
Garen.
Who?
That's the
Garen.
guy that lives up on the street, right? Friend of hers.
Yes.
So he is trying to throw somebody under the bus.
All right, and that was on, I think she left there on Saturday
Maybe.
morning.
Yes.
Am I right? Okay. Now, where do you think she went from their house?
I don't know.
All right, you're the detective now, right? It's your
Yep.
case.
Let's figure this out.
What would you do?
Check at her home.
Okay. We did that. That's what we did today, right?
Yes.
So you saw us out there when we knocked on your door. She's not there.
So now what?
I need your help in finding her. What do we need to do? What do we need to do that we haven't done?
I don't know.
You don't know? So if you had this case, you wouldn't be able to solve it, is that what you're saying? Because you're not smart enough to solve
Right.
it?
I don't know.
Or you think you're smart enough to be a detective?
I don't know.
No?
No.
You gotta be killing me, Stephen. Stephen.
You gotta be
So-
kidding me.
Stephen, listen to me.
I'm not kidding. Kill him.
We're real people, and we're here to talk to you. I like to think that we're friends, okay? Friends communicate back and forth. The only thing you said is yes or no, and I don't know, okay? It makes me feel like you're treating me like you don't like me, and I feel like I've looked out for you today. Everything you said you wanted, I've given you. I've tried to give you food several times. I feel like we talked. You told me about how you like to look at porn on the internet.
Oh, no.
You expressed to me that you're a virgin, correct?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's not
That's the
obvious
kind
at
of
all.
stuff you tell friends. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yes.
We need to know where your other car is at. I already know you own another car, okay?
I don't own another.
Yes, you do.
Do you use another car?
You
Whose car
have
do you
another
use?
car. It's not in
I
your
don't
name.
use mine.
No,
No, you don't, Steve.
you've been using somebody else's car.
No.
Everyone I interviewed today say you have another car. These people aren't making this up. You have another vehicle.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they really get hung up on this
So your
second car.
grandfather's a liar. Is that what you're saying?
Ooh.
You're calling your grandfather a liar. I just talked to him. And he said you own another car.
I don't.
He's probably bluffing,
So
but
he's lied to
I don't know.
Stephen, we're telling way too many lies in here.
So you're telling me they're lying?
You're willing to tell me that you're a virgin and that you told me you jack off the porn on the internet, but you don't want to admit to having another car. That makes me think you got something to hide, Stephen. That concerns me.
Yeah, everybody says he's got one.
Things that most people want
Another
to tell
one.
somebody else, but yet you lie about something simple.
Why are you
about
trying to
having
hide
another
that you
car.
have another car? What's the big deal?
I don't have.
I got 3 cars.
You do. You do.
No, I don't.
It's not at your
Well, what
house.
happened to it?
I've never had another car.
That's the only car
Almost
you've
like
ever
he got
had?
blood in it and couldn't
Yeah.
get it cleaned up,
Let me
maybe.
go talk to him again. 'Cause that's not what he's saying.
Uh-oh. He's going to go call him again. I'm going to wake him up at midnight.
Stephen,
You're going to make me do that, aren't you, Steven?
what happened to Lauren?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You like her, don't you?
She's my friend.
Did you ever think about having sex with her?
No.
Probably.
You never tried to talk
Yeah, what
to
guy
her
wouldn't if she's
on
attractive
a dating
looking?
level?
No.
Let me go talk. They got his grandfather. Let me go talk and make sure that he owns another car because he's telling us he doesn't.
You really going to make him walk out? Come on, Steven, where is it?
Right by.
So you're telling
All
me,
right.
you see that pretty girl right there?
Yes.
Right in front of
You
you.
telling me you looked at a pretty girl like that and you never once thought, ever, man, she looks good.
She
You
looks
never thought
good.
that?
I don't understand.
He gets so frustrated at him.
What do you mean you don't understand?
Understandably
you know how when
so.
you're sitting there, you see a girl walking down the road, and you say, man, that girl looks good. You ever see a good-looking girl down the road, you think to yourself, man, that girl looks good.
Yes.
Obviously.
You never thought that about her?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me you look at porn on the internet and get off to that, but you never looked at her and said, man, I wonder what it'd be like to have sex with her?
Yes.
You have?
No.
Oh, give me a break, dude.
Have you ever thought about what it would be like to have sex with Lauren?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You've never imagined having sex with Lauren?
No.
Have you ever had sex with Lauren?
No.
Would you? Would you have?
What do you know about that body we found today?
I don't know.
Oh, here we
You
go.
don't know?
What'd you do with it, Steven? I'm really surprised he hadn't
What if I
lawyered up.
told you that I believe that you do know?
I don't.
What if I told you that I could prove it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is there a chance? But you do admit that there's a chance that I possibly have evidence to show that you do have something to do with that body, correct?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Forensic evidence.
Because if
Possible.
I hadn't done anything, I'd say, nope,
Absolutely
there's no
not.
way.
Yep,
But you
no
say
way.
you don't know. Why is that? Why do you say you don't know? Is there a chance that maybe something's there?
No.
Why did you say you don't know?
Because I don't know.
Because you're worried about something? Maybe something that happened, that maybe something got mixed up with something and you're worried about that?
No.
Then why do you say I don't know?
Because I don't know.
Because I don't
How
know.
would you not know? If I was asking you, did you just rob a bank? If you didn't, you'd say no, not I don't know, right?
Right.
So why did you say I don't know?
Because I don't know.
You don't know if you had anything to do with that body?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What if I said I could prove that you did?
I don't know.
Could you explain it?
I don't know.
Today you told an investigator that you were worried about us possibly finding blood in your apartment. Didn't you?
Ooh, really?
I don't remember.
You did. Now, why would you be worried about that?
We all looked in Lauren's apartment.
Did you see blood?
No.
Then what would make you think that there was blood taken over there? Nothing would make you think that unless you saw it. Because, see, I didn't see no blood. None of the other Lauren's friends saw blood, but I know now that blood was there. And now I believe you saw it.
Interesting.
You saw that blood. You know that blood was there. And that's why you're worried about it.
No.
Did you know? Why do you have blood up in the inside of your nose?
I don't know.
What? He's got blood in his nose.
You don't know? But you saw that blood. That's the only way that you would be worried about it. Because that's like saying, I'm worried about red roses being under my pillow, but yet I never put them there. That doesn't make any sense. You know, your brain doesn't even think to operate like that unless you knew something was there. Does that make sense? That makes sense to you. You're a smart guy, right?
I don't
Hello?
understand.
Snap out of it, Stephen.
You knew that there was blood in that apartment.
No.
Yes, you did, Stephen. Yes, you did. There's blood in your apartment, Stephen.
I mean, he could have tracked some in. Definitely.
That's right.
It's right next door.
There's blood in your apartment. Stephen, this is hard, buddy. I know this is hard. And I can tell it's
Having
only
a man-to-man
you wanna
moment.
let it go. There's blood in your apartment, Stephen. You didn't get it all up. It didn't all come off. You scrubbed and you wiped. But we can tell that. Don't you watch CSI? Yeah, we know it.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's kind of a mistake. Well, it is a mistake, I believe, that happened during this interrogation because apparently, I believe, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. I guess I'm not 100% right, but I'm almost positive that he ended up dismembering her in her bathtub. So that's kind of where this, like, it kind of falls into Steven's favor because, I mean, obviously he knows what happened, but anyway.
Steven, why is there blood in your bathroom?
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. Why, Steven?
I don't know.
Has anybody else been in your bathroom?
The police were in there.
Other than the police?
Well, I'm sure they didn't bring blood in there.
Who else has been in there?
No one that I know.
No one.
Uh-huh. So just you.
And you recently cleaned your bathroom, didn't you?
No.
How long ago?
I don't remember.
A couple days ago?
No.
Over the weekend?
No.
No, you don't know.
I wish he would ask about Lauren's bathroom.
Cleaning it.
I mean,
Do
he's
you
gonna
use
say
drugs?
no anyway.
No.
You ever use acid?
No.
Acid.
Are you on medication?
No.
Are you sure? Oh, it's midnight. Officially midnight. Oh, look at that. And now it's July 1st.
You're lying, Stephen.
The day and the month just
I
changed.
wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it. I wanted to be here with you to go through that process because I know you're not a monster, man. I know you're not a bad guy.
But he is.
You're just a
I get it.
hard-working student trying
He's
to
playing
pass
good
a bar
cop now.
exam, ain't you? You ain't got a lot of support from your family, do you?
Yes.
You do?
Oh, you do?
A lot of people can't say that. And the fact that you do have support from your family should make things easier because your family wants to feel like they've raised somebody that tells the truth and is honest, right?
Yes.
Did you hurt that girl, Stephen?
No.
Mm-hmm. He's going right to it.
Have you ever hurt anyone, Stephen?
Right for the
No.
kill. No pun intended.
Never hurt anyone.
No.
I've hurt people, Stephen. I've made mistakes in my life. It's not even normal to say you've never hurt anybody. Sometimes people get mad and they say things they don't mean to say. It hurts. You never kicked a dog or a cat?
No.
You ever hurt the kids that live up there with your parents? You love those kids, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
I'm
something
a cat
happened
here
to one of
again.
those kids, you'd be upset, right?
Yes.
Well, something happened to this lady's child, Lauren. Okay? You love all the kids up there with your mama, right?
Yes.
And you do anything for them, right?
Yes.
I mean, they called you and said, hey, we need you. Help us out. You'd help them out, right?
Yes.
Well, we need you to help us out.
You gotta help out the police.
Okay? Tell me about your family
I have 4 adopted siblings.
that you love very much, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about your mama?
She's a homemaker.
Okay. What about your daddy?
He's a painter.
Yep, sounds like a good family.
Close family? Y'all close?
Yes.
When was the last time you talked to them?
When we got together
What was that?
a few
Option
weeks
number
ago.
2, detective leaving.
Did you go up there to see
Take
them?
himself a
or
break.
They come down here to see you?
We
Probably
went
figure
to
out what else we
Buckley's.
can ask him.
I like both. The chicken place with
Confer
the
with his
tablespoons,
colleague.
right?
Yes.
You just drove up there metal?
Yes.
Okay. They bring all the kids with them?
Yes.
They didn't come back to Macon?
No.
Well, they asked you how you was doing in school and everything?
Yes.
You had told Detective Chapman that you've never shot any of those guns that were in your apartment?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
weird. Why would you
Have
have
you?
them if you don't even
No.
use them?
Well,
Like,
you
not
never went
once?
to the shooting range
Not
here in
once.
Macon and did
No.
some shooting?
Even
Hmm?
with shooting ranges in
No.
the area. Why not?
Any gun?
No.
And it's a waste of money, really.
Did you make the mistake and
Self-defense,
tell
I
people
guess.
at school that you used to go to the shooting range and shoot?
No.
You've never said that?
No.
Do you even know how to load
Yes.
an SKS? That was an SKS, right?
Yeah,
No.
AK.
What was it?
An AK.
Same thing.
Yeah. A
Just
Kalashnikov.
You even know how to load it?
Yes.
What kind of rounds it take?
7.62 39.
Okay. What's the capacity
Well,
of
so
that
you know
clip
enough
that you
about
had?
it.
30 rounds.
What's it loaded?
Well,
Is it loaded?
the magazine is
Mhm.
full.
Okay. You got a round in the chamber?
No.
Why not?
Safer that way.
Safer.
Why? It's just
shooting
you.
apart, right?
Yeah, it's just you, dude.
Yes.
Why do you think it's safer
I
that
keep
way?
one chambered in mine at home.
No chance of it getting knocked over and going off.
Oh, come on, dude. That's what the
I mean,
safety's
no one
for, you
lives
idiot.
with you. Just you.
Bullets can travel distance.
Well, how do you know that?
Yeah, if you never even shot a
I've read
gun.
up about it.
Well, on what, the computer?
Yes.
Okay. What about your pistols? You never fired any of those pistols?
No.
Were they loaded tonight?
The magazine
Are you
is
scared
full
to
on the
shoot them?
10 millimeter.
Okay.
And there's one round in the chamber in 9 millimeter and a full magazine.
Was the 9mm the full size one or the compact one?
Compact.
I mean, I don't know if they're trying to figure out if he used his gun to kill her or anything, but if I were one of the detectives, I would think not, because somebody would have heard a loud gunshot, especially if he fired off a rifle round.
And you've never even fired any of those weapons?
No.
But that is kind of
Where do you
bizarre.
buy
that
your ammo? Have
You would
ever
buy 3
purchased
guns
any
and not
ammo
ever
here in
use
Macon?
one.
Yes.
From where?
A to Z guns.
I mean, when I get a gun,
Was
it's
that on
one of the
Vinyl Avenue?
first things I want to do. I
When's the
want to
last
take it
time you
straight
used
to the
these
range and have fun with it.
guns?
years ago.
Do some
Do
practicing.
you have a permit
Yes.
to carry them? You do?
Target practice.
Here in Bibb County?
Yes.
Actually, you can go back out there. Speaking of which, I haven't been out shooting in a
You
while.
applied when you was working down at the county, or?
I
Rounds are
applied
too damn expensive
last
these
fall.
days.
Okay. So you have your card.
Yes.
They've actually
So
come
with
down
you?
a bit.
Yes.
Can I see it?
Oh, he's moving.
They still
Finally
make your
moving.
fingerprint down there?
I'm gonna bust out the wallet.
Let me see your card.
So he's getting his Kroger card.
How much does it cost now? You remember?
Around $80.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's his
So it expires in
CCW.
2016.
Is that what it
Yes.
is? He's got his carry permit. I thought that was his Kroger card.
Do you have any pictures of the kids?
No.
Hmm?
No.
They didn't give you no pictures when they were in school?
Oh my God, Steven, you're moving so
Got a
much.
picture of your parents?
No.
You got no pictures?
No.
At all? Not even
Not
at
in
your
my
apartment?
wallet.
You have some at your apartment?
Some.
Okay. What do the kids call you?
Stephen.
Okay. So you're just their brother or uncle or
Brother.
brother Stephen? None of them ever come visit you here in Macon?
No.
About this car.
Back to
When
the
you
car.
first moved to Macon, did you have another automobile?
No.
Never.
No.
When you moved to Macon,
Man,
that's
he's
when you
really
bought
hung
that
up on
jail
this other
prison
car.
with
Yes.
you. You never
I mean,
left the
rightfully
car back
so.
there at your mother's.
No.
Why'd you tell everybody at school
It's a potential crime scene.
that you had that other vehicle?
I didn't.
So everyone we talked to just made that story up?
I mean, yeah, see, like, why would this detective go out of his way to just keep bringing this up if nobody said anything and he's just trying to bluff this and get some answer out of him with regard to another vehicle? If more than one person, multiple people saying, oh, yeah, he's definitely got 2 cars.
How about you talking about your other vehicle?
I don't have another vehicle.
I mean, they could probably question the apartment manager. He might have 2 cars
When's the last
registered
time
with
you
the
been at
complex.
Kroger in Baconsfield?
Well, it was kind of weird for...
Remember?
He lives by himself. Why would he have 2
That.
cars?
When's the last time you were at Walmart?
But they said he did. Somebody
I don't
did.
remember.
Has it been a long time? Can you even give me that much?
No.
A week or so?
Maybe.
Do you even have a credit card?
Yes.
Which credit card do you use the most?
Visa.
Is it a bank name or just a Visa?
First Financial Bank.
Is that here in Macon?
No.
First Financial. You got a bank account with them?
No.
Well, whose account? They just sent you a Visa. You don't have no bank account.
I have a bank
Where are you putting your
account
money?
with
In your
Wachovia.
house? You putting all your money in your house?
I
With
have-
all the food you got in there?
I have an account with Wachovia.
Here in Macon?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you say that in the
Do
first
you
place?
buy your stuff at Walmart with this Visa card?
No.
Oh, how do you usually pay for stuff at Walmart?
With cash.
Do you have a job?
No.
Well, how do you get cash?
Student loans.
So you're just living off your student loans?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one hell of a waste.
So you hadn't worked like a job in a while?
No.
Are you planning on getting a job?
Yes.
I mean, because your loans are going to run out sooner or later, right?
Yes.
How long you got left to finish your school up? Are you finished completely?
Yes.
When are you planning on moving out of that apartment?
Around
I mean, when's your
July
lease up?
15th.
Around July 15th? Where you
15th.
plan on going when you move out?
Back to my parents.
And where's
Wow.
that at?
Lilburn.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Some time to try to find a job.
Do you even know your mother's phone number?
I know the home phone number.
What's that? What's the area code up there?
770
Uh-huh.
381
Uh-huh.
5031.
What's your mother's name?
Glenda.
Has she ever had a drug problem?
No,
She's been home your whole entire life raising you?
mostly.
Where was she when she wasn't mostly raising you?
Preschool.
Oh, she a school teacher or something?
Yes.
Do you know how? I've already told you that there was a body discovered, right, in the trash containers over there. Near your
Back to the
apartment.
meat and potatoes.
Do you know how that body got in that trash can?
No.
I don't know.
Do you have any black trash bags in your apartment?
Good question.
That you use for trash?
No.
Can you help me? Do you know where any black trash bags are in that apartment complex?
Sometimes
you
they
ever seen
omit
any
those
around?
details, but
Has someone
know
been
he
over there
did.
cleaning up, or have you ever seen anybody painting in an apartment? Have you seen any painters? Because you're home most of the day, right?
Yes.
Have you seen any of that?
No.
Do you know when the garbage man usually comes over there?
No.
right, like I think it kind of trying to rule out people who could have just showed up to the complex and could have just murdered her, and such as like a painter or something.
Anything?
Kind of my guess as to where he was
What do you
trying to take
know?
that.
I
Just
asked you for
ruling
help.
out
What do you
everybody
know?
but him.
You haven't provided me with nothing. I mean,
Who else could it be, Stephen?
when's the last time you were in that laundry room at the apartments?
Last night,
What were you doing last night?
Luke and I were looking for Lauren.
Did y'all see anything unusual or out of place?
No.
Okay.
There was one washer that had clothes in it.
Whose clothes were they, do you know?
Luke said they looked like a guy's clothes.
But you didn't look in the machine?
I didn't look in detail.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. It's so like monotone and short answers.
What kind of knife did you have on you tonight?
A little throwing knife.
Talk about
Where'd you
sounding
have it,
guilty.
in your front pocket?
Yes.
Do you own any saws or anything like that?
Oh yeah.
No.
There's not anything in your car, is there?
No.
He had to
The
use
trunk or
something.
anything?
No.
When's the last time you actually drove your car? Like went somewhere in your car?
Good question.
Within the past few days.
Alright.
All right.
Today's,
Now what?
well, it's now Friday, but yesterday was Thursday. That's when you met me.
Yes.
Have you driven your car this week at all?
Yes.
What day?
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
Yeah, right.
Well, what do you remember about your car?
I drove to Kroger.
In Baconsfield. Across the river. When do you think that might have been?
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
Really? You expect me to believe that?
Why would you go to Kroger?
To get something.
What?
To get
Dinner.
You got a lot of food in your house, right?
Yes.
What day do you think that might have been? Was it over the weekend?
No.
Was it Monday?
I don't think so.
Was it Tuesday?
I don't think so.
What day would you think it was if you had to pick a day? What day was you hungry on?
I mean, they're gonna find out what he got. Trash bags, something to, a cutting instrument.
Wednesday, maybe.
Wednesday? You don't remember what you bought?
Dinner. Frozen dinner.
I like the frozen section. Microwave dinner?
No.
No. Well, then what was it?
Oh, frozen till you cook in the oven.
Yes.
Okay. Did you go over there by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go anywhere else that night?
No.
Or that day? Just over to Kroger and then you came home?
Yes.
Did you go anywhere this week, like, I don't know, shopping at the mall or looking at guns at A&Z or
Looking at guns.
did you go anywhere else?
But not shooting them.
When's the last time you cleaned your car?
Oh.
I haven't since I got it back.
Where'd you get it back from?
Where?
My parents.
What'd they have it for?
Their van was in a wreck.
So, what'd they do, come get your car, or?
Yes.
So they came to Macon and got your car and then left?
The wreck was down here.
Oh, in Macon?
Yes.
So they were staying with you when they were in the wreck?
No.
So they
What were
weren't.
they doing in Macon?
I was gonna say, what were they doing in
The
Macon
van
then?
was going to be worked on.
Here in Macon?
Yes.
But they live in
Where's the
Atlanta.
van at now? Do they got it back?
I mean, Macon's kind of
total.
far.
So they were in Macon and they were in a wreck in Macon.
My mom was.
And she was down here in Macon because,
The air conditioner was malfunctioning.
why was she in Macon though?
They don't have a shop in
Because
Atlanta
there's a
or wherever they
place
live.
in Macon that's the best at air conditioning repair.
And you told her
Well, they must be really good.
about to come down to Macon to get her air conditioner fixed?
No,
Well, how do you know that?
she
Right.
told me.
So she just drove to Macon to get her air conditioner fixed.
Yes.
Yeah,
She
that's
was
not
in a
weird.
wreck.
Yes.
Totaled out her car, her van.
Yes.
Just
So
demolished.
she came to your house to get your car.
I drove her back. I was following.
You drove her back to where?
To my apartment.
Where was the van?
It was towed.
Okay, because it's totaled. She stay at your apartment, spend the night with you?
No,
She stayed just a few minutes and leave, or what?
she stayed about an hour.
When's the last time you talked to your mother, Glenda?
I don't remember.
Has it been a while?
Oh, yeah, right.
It's been a few days.
Do you call her every day?
No,
You don't check on the kids?
no.
Mm.
There's definitely
Show
times
me
where
that
he's not
scratch
being
again that you showed
truthful.
me earlier. That was it a
I mean, obviously, but
what'd you say happened there?
I mean, like why would he just not say when the last time he talked to his mom? I mean, that's not really relevant to Lauren at all. I mean, I just don't get that. Why he's trying to be deceptive, even to things that really don't have much to do with anything, really.
I scratched myself in my sleep.
He scratched himself in his sleep.
Are you gonna be able to help me with this
Right.
case or not? Because I need to
don't
tell
know.
the parents something, huh?
I don't
Like,
know.
we know damn well what happened, dude.
You don't know what? You don't
I
know what happened
if
to
I
her?
can help.
Why don't you know if you can help?
Help by confessing.
Because I don't know if I know what you need.
I need to know if you know where Lauren's at,
I
or
don't.
do you know who took Lauren?
I don't.
You told me that if you were working the case, you would think somebody would take her when she was running.
Yep.
Why would you say that?
When we looked in her apartment, there was no sign it was broken into.
And you apparently don't have another car that you could have taken while she was running.
Okay, so you're figuring somebody might have took her while she was out running? Is
Yes.
that what you're saying?
Maybe
Did you
in
see
some
her go
phantom
running this
second
weekend
car.
at all?
No.
Well, that would help if you did. What time does she normally run? At night or daytime? Can you at least tell me that?
In the morning, evening,
I don't
noon.
know.
Did she like to run in the early morning or the late night?
The last time I saw her was midday.
Like noonish?
Yes.
Okay.
She was going running when I was coming back from bar prep.
Has that been a while?
2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. She speak to you?
No.
You just saw her out running?
I was in my car.
By the way, the police later discovered video footage that Stephen had taken with a camcorder that belonged to him. And the video was him peeking through her window. Her blinds were, they weren't drawn, the blinds were down, but they were cracked just enough to where you can see inside. And he was filming from outside, like from where the bushes are or whatever, filming into her apartment the night that this whole thing happened, the night that he killed her. So,
well, did you
which
see her when
he
you were like
obviously
pulling in
knows
the
that.
parking lot, or you just saw her running down the road?
So I brought that up because that's actual tangible
ready to go
evidence. Like they
run, or
know.
was she already
It
running
was
at
date
the time
stamped.
You saw her.
Already running.
Okay. She was running by herself.
Yes.
She didn't have her
I mean,
dog
it was
with
like
her,
an
did she?
hour before,
No.
it happened when he was filming her from outside.
Did you get along with everybody when you worked down at the district attorney's office?
Yes.
No problems?
No.
Did you like doing what you used to do down there, or what?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure they're tearing his apartment
Who did you
apart
work
right
for?
now.
I mean, who was your... Did you help out
Probably already
everybody, or were you
got a
assigned
warrant
to
going.
just a certain person?
Mainly Jonathan Adams.
But maybe not.
How long did you
Maybe
work
not.
down
Maybe
there?
they don't have enough.
The spring semester.
Because his behavior, it's
You enjoy doing that kind of work?
not sure if that'd be enough to a
So
judge
you should be
to
able to
sign a
help me,
warrant. but
right?
I bet
Yes.
they're tearing his
Because you're
apartment
on our
apart.
side, right?
Yes.
All right. What do you think I need to do?
I don't know.
There we go again with that. I don't know. Come on now.
Come on,
can
dude.
give
You
me
went to
some
law school.
advice,
You work
right?
for the prosecution.
You can't give me some advice on what I should do next? Hmm?
No.
You can't tell me what you think I should do next?
I don't know.
Well, we found a body outside the apartment, right? We know that, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You saying you didn't hear or see anything the whole time you've been there over the weekend, right?
Right.
We've talked to you, right?
Right.
We've talked to most of all her friends. Is there anybody else we need to talk to?
Yep, you're
that
the
you
only
might
one
know
acting
that we
weird.
didn't?
I don't know.
Let's talk about the apartment complex. Anybody in that complex? Anybody else we need to talk to? I mean, look, if he didn't act this way, if he didn't react that way to the reporters, they might not even have had this conversation, at least not this soon. I mean, he may have not been pegged as their prime suspect just yet. It's his behavior that's screwing him over.
I don't know who you have talked to.
Who lives below you?
An older woman and her son.
Were they home tonight or today?
I don't know.
You didn't see them?
No.
Do you ever see them?
Yes.
But you don't know if they were home today?
No. She doesn't have a car.
So it's really hard to tell if they're home.
Yes.
You ever talk to her?
Yes.
She work anywhere?
I don't know.
Do you ever get tired of saying I don't know?
Yeah, that's just a little bit annoying.
Wallet there, brother.
Now, what else you got in there?
What's that used for?
To get into the building.
What else you got?
My bank card. My Kroger card.
Is that the card you use at Kroger?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Write down those numbers. Get a hold of Kroger.
Since you don't know the last time you were there, I'm assuming you used your card when you were there.
Yes.
Right.
Pull the
I
CCTV.
always use my card.
That's why I'm gonna write down a number.
You can remember that you always use your card, but you can't remember last time you were there.
I always use my card.
Hey, dude, you might as
What
well
if you
tell him at
didn't
this
use
point. He's very
What
clearly
else
going
you
to
got
find
there?
out.
My boarder's card. An ink card.
I'm sure it's a Velcro wallet, too.
My ID.
I doubt it. We would have heard it rip open. My ID.
What's that?
Voter registration.
My voter ID.
What's that, Mercer? What's that?
Mercer Law Cab card.
What's that? Use a free cab ride home? Oh, that's just the phone numbers
Numbers for cab companies.
here in Macon. Alright, what's that card right there?
Yeah, back before Uber.
GameStop.
GameStop.
Okay. No phone numbers or anything?
No.
Hmm. Okay. Put your money back up in there. There's $100 bill up under there. What are you rolling with all that money in your pocket for?
My granddaddy gave it to me.
That's a whole lot of money.
Do you take any medication?
No.
Yeah,
Have
really.
you ever taken any medication?
No.
Do you have any kind of mental problem?
No.
Here we go. Detective number 2's back. He's wearing his shades behind his head.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to people that he works with and everything. They talk about how he's always expresses himself.
But he don't know.
He's
Yeah,
very
he don't know nothing.
talkative. Stephen, they say you're so talkative, buddy. That you always so friendly. You stop in and say hello, and you talk. Why is it that you're acting so short with us tonight? If you have all this character and personality about you,
Yeah, no.
why is it that everything that we get from you is yes, no, or I don't know?
Makes you look bad,
I
dude.
don't know.
Are you sure we're talking to the media tonight?
Yep.
Weren't you?
Just a few hours ago.
They asked what happened.
Yeah, that's
Well, now
what we're
we are.
asking you. What happened? What'd you tell them?
Uh-huh.
I told them
You
what
didn't-
I knew.
That you didn't know.
You use a lot more words than that. Like hyperventilating on
Do you
camera.
drink at all? Do you drink beer?
No.
Well, at least I gotta know stuff I don't know.
And no medication.
Stephen, you know, we have to go to our best resources when we're trying to do anything. You know, it's kind of like the guy who wants to get his oil changed, he goes to Jiffy Lube. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for Lauren, and you said you were her friend. Aren't you her friend?
Yes.
Y'all good friends?
Yes.
How good of friends are y'all?
We're friends.
Like, how good of friends?
I don't understand.
You don't
I
understand?
don't understand.
You don't understand how good of friends y'all are?
I don't understand what you're asking.
How good of friends are y'all?
We're friends.
Are y'all close friends? Are y'all just acquaintances? Y'all study? I mean, how good of friends are y'all?
We're friends.
Are y'all really good friends?
I don't know.
You don't know? How do you not know if you're not a really good friend? Let me ask you this. Maybe you're saying that because you don't know how she feels about you.
Mm.
How do you feel about her? Do you consider her a really good friend?
She's a friend.
But not
Yeah,
a
we
really
know
good
that.
friend?
I don't know.
You don't know? How do you not know?
I don't know what you mean by really good.
What do you mean?
Are y'all really close?
No.
No, you're not?
No.
Now
So
it's
y'all,
enough.
you never told her any of your personal business?
No.
She ever tell you any of hers?
No.
You ever see her upset?
You ever
No.
gone
She
anywhere
was
with
always
her?
a happy person, wasn't she?
Yes.
Then why would you
Why
kill
are you
her?
acting like this, Stephen?
You're acting so weird.
You see how I'm able to talk in complete sentences?
Like you were earlier
Like we're
today.
having a conversation, but the only thing you're bringing to the table is a yes, no, or I don't know. Why is that, Stephen?
I don't understand.
You don't understand. What
Trying
don't
to
you
finish his
understand?
words for him. Oh no.
I want to be able to help you to be able to communicate with me better than that, Stephen. I feel like we can help each other. Stephen, did you hurt that girl?
No.
Do you know where she's at?
No.
You know where you're at. Well, they
Tell
already
me
asked
if you
him that.
did.
Yes.
Have you lied to me at all in this interview?
No.
Yes, you have, Stephen.
You're gone. And what's
Yes, you
that?
have. When you say you don't know when the last time you cleaned your bathroom is,
Oh, we're going back to that.
that's a lie. When you say you don't know the last time you saw her coming in and out of her apartment, or you don't notice whether or not she comes in and out, that's another lie. Your door's only a few feet from hers. You've told some lies in this interview, Stephen. Without a doubt. When was the last time you did laundry?
A few weeks ago.
You ain't washed clothes in a few weeks?
Yeah.
Why?
I have a lot of clothes.
No, you don't. That's another lie.
Uh-oh.
That's right. That's 3 lies, Stephen. You don't have a lot of clothes.
Yes, I do.
Nope.
I already looked through your apartment. Sounds like.
You got enough underwear to last you 3 weeks?
Yes.
Do you wear the same pair of underwear more than one day?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's so clean.
That's
enough
horrible,
to wear.
Stephen.
Stephen, I appreciate you coming down here today and talking to us, okay?
Yeah, he didn't
I
lawyer
appreciate
up.
you cooperating with us and
Mr. Lawyer. Not
and
asking
helping
for a
us
lawyer.
along. But you've lied to me.
Kind of
about at least
mind-blowing,
3
actually.
things in this interview. And people don't lie unless they got something to hide. Why would you lie to me, Stephen?
I didn't lie.
Sure you did. You said you don't even notice when she comes in and out of her apartment. That's a lie, Stephen.
I said I didn't remember the last time.
Have you ever watched her go in her apartment?
No.
You've never... How long y'all been
Yeah.
neighbors?
3 years.
3 years, and you've never watched her walk through her front door.
Yes.
Give me a break, dude.
5 seconds ago, I said, you ever watched her walk into her apartment? You said no.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Idiot.
So I'm going to ask you again, have you ever watched her walk into her apartment?
Yes.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
When was the last time?
Oh.
A long time ago.
How long?
Before graduation.
It's been that long. And you graduated when?
In May.
Beginning of May, end of May?
The middle.
And you hadn't seen her walk in her apartment since?
No.
Did you ever help her carry up groceries and stuff like that?
No.
Never.
No.
You ever help her carry her laundry?
No.
What?
She's
That's
never
horrible,
needed your
Stephen.
help with anything?
She asked for help with the computer.
You ever offer help with her for anything, carrying stuff for her, anything like that?
Yes.
Like what, Stephen?
When she was moving out during the first summer,
What did you do?
she needed help moving stuff to her car.
And you helped her?
Yes.
So you went in and out of her apartment moving stuff?
Yes.
How long did you help her?
A few minutes.
That's it?
Yes.
Do you realize how you're talking right now? Does that not feel weird to you?
No.
Yeah, right.
Would you say that this is how you talk all the time?
I don't understand.
Yeah, right. Pretty easy to understand
You're
that,
just
dude.
not expressing yourself at all. Everything's with
Just
you is
freaking
yes,
out.
no, I don't
He
remember.
knows he's fucked.
I don't understand. You can't help me out with anything. There's nothing you can tell me to help me about this beautiful girl right here, Stephen. That was your friend. Nothing. You gonna let things go down like this?
I don't know what you want.
I want the truth, Stephen.
I don't know where she is.
Let me ask you this. I truly believe you don't know where she is right now.
You're right. Yeah, not right now.
Where was she yesterday?
Yeah, last week.
I don't know.
Liar.
Yeah, he knows. The stare down.
That's right. You're lying.
Gotcha.
Why are you lying, Stephen?
I'm not lying.
Yes, you are lying. How long do you continue to do it? She's got a mother and a father and a family out there that is sick over everything. Where's their little girl, Stephen?
I don't know.
Stephen,
What'd
you
do with
know.
her? Yep. What'd you do with her?
Where?
I don't know.
Stephen. You're going to look at this right here, this little girl right here, and you're going to say you don't know? I know you know.
I don't know.
Yes, you know. What are you going to say tomorrow when I say we got your hair with the body?
Oh,
What are you going to say to me then?
good point.
Because you know, like
A lot
I
of
go
hair
like
you
that.
got. Yep.
Look at my hair. That's how
His hair
easy
falling
it
out.
falls out. Look at all that on your head.
Look at all that
You
on
don't
your.
think nothing fell out? It did.
I'm sure it would have. I bet he's absolutely right too.
It did, Stephen. We just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it, so you didn't look like a monster at the end. Because you know what? I don't believe that you're a monster, Stephen. I believe that you're a good guy. You've been picked on. Girls didn't show you the respect that you deserved. You did something stupid. And I believe you feel bad about it. And that's why you're all freaked out right now.
Yep.
But I'm giving you the opportunity to get right. I'm giving you an opportunity to show everybody you're not a monster, that you feel bad about what happened. Your hair is there, man. Your hair is there. We got your hair with the body. How's that,
Turning
Stephen?
up the heat.
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. Yes, you do know,
Yep.
Stephen.
You went to law school, you bonehead. You know what they're talking about.
That's right, buddy. See that?
Got a lot of hair.
Look at it. See how easy? It happens. And it happened to you. Why, Stephen?
I don't understand.
Oh, you understand. You understand exactly what I'm saying. See this stuff right here, your hair? Yeah, it fell out of your head when you was moving the body, Stephen.
Unless he had something like a ski mask on, which I'm sure
That's
he probably
right.
didn't.
You remember moving the body?
No.
No.
Yes, you do, Stephen. Why, man? What happened?
Tell us
Why?
the truth.
Tell me, bud.
I didn't do it.
Come on,
Yes,
buddy.
you did, Stephen. Your hair's with the body. Quit lying. We want you to tell it so that way people will understand you're not a monster. Things just, you got out of control. It's a sickness. Why'd you do it, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
Stephen, why are you going to keep telling that? You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, Stephen. You hurt her, man. She was screaming. Screaming, Stephen. Why?
I believe he
I know you
strangled
feel
her,
bad
so
about
she
it.
may not have been screaming.
I can
At
see
least
it in
not
your
during that
face.
part.
What
Plus, the
came
neighbors
over
probably
you,
would have
man?
heard, right?
What happened, Stephen?
I get it. He's throwing the kitchen sink at him. I mean,
I know you don't know. You couldn't control it, could you?
he's obviously not going to break, I don't think.
Stephen, how long are we going to continue to do this? You did.
He's turning up that heat.
Why is what I want to know.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, we know you did. We just want to know why.
Stephen, you hurt that girl, man. And you got on the news today. That's right. You know what? You weren't talking like this on the news, buddy. Yeah. You hurt this girl.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You hurt that girl.
Come on, Steven. Ooh.
Why'd you hurt her, Stephen? You hurt
Just gonna
that
keep
girl.
going.
Did you try to make her have sex with you?
I didn't.
Huh? Who did it?
I don't.
They got your hair? They steal your hair and take it over there? Stephen,
Can't
they
answer
steal
that one,
your
huh?
hair? They didn't, did they?
It was you all along and you alone.
Did they, Stephen? That's right. It's all sinking in right now. He knows, is what you're thinking. Stephen, I don't want it to be a game between me and you. I know it hurts, and I know you're not an awful person and you want to tell it. Your hair was there, Stephen. We've all known it all along. We wanted just to give you an opportunity to tell what happened. Did y'all have sex?
No.
But Steven might
Did you
know
try
it
to
takes
have
time.
sex?
It takes time for hair
No.
in the lab and all
Think
that.
about having sex?
No.
Liar.
Liar.
What kind of man doesn't think about having sex?
And watches porn.
You said earlier you like girls, right?
Yes.
You said she's a pretty girl, right?
Yes.
What'd you do to her, Stephen?
Put two and two together.
I didn't do anything.
You're lying. You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Sure it did, and that's why you're having this massive meltdown right now. Because you can't live with yourself, can you? It's
But you've
overwhelming
obviously
you
got to
in.
realize that's what's happening.
Tell the truth, Stephen.
Freaking out.
I didn't do it.
Who did it?
I don't know.
Yes, you do, Stephen.
Spit it out, Steven. Let's get this over with. Nah, he's committed at this point.
Why?
I think he even pled not guilty, too. I think
Why did
they
you hurt that
actually went to
girl?
trial.
I didn't.
Why'd you hurt her, Stephen?
I didn't.
You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Sure you did. You know it, and I know it. You just don't want to tell it, Stephen. But that's okay. I know it. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it, so people didn't think you were a monster. You're not a monster, are you, Stephen?
No.
Yeah, he initially pled not guilty.
I know, buddy.
And then he later changed his
I know
plea.
you're not a monster.
And he did plead guilty to the murder of Lauren
Tell me
Giddings
what happened.
in 2014.
I don't know.
You tried to have sex with her.
No,
She didn't want to have sex with you.
I didn't do it.
She didn't want to have sex with you, Steve.
I don't know.
You don't know if she wanted to have sex with you?
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did, Stephen. You went into her apartment, Stephen. And you hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
You did, buddy. You hurt her, Stephen.
Yep.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Why won't you tell me, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
I don't know why the volume got low.
I'm gonna take this with me. You don't deserve to look at it. Just stay right here, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate all your cooperation tonight, okay?
Okay.
You're being so cooperative. So real quick, Stephen McDaniel was convicted of the murder of Lauren Giddings, and he is actually going to be eligible for parole, believe it or not. And that won't happen until the year 2041. So he's serving a life sentence, and believe it or not, he will have an opportunity to at least apply for parole or be eligible for parole. So with that said, let's skip ahead a little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
I just need you to please tell me. Give me where you. I know earlier today you told me you stayed home all weekend, right, in your apartment.
Yes.
And did anybody see you? Did you talk to anybody over the weekend? Were you on your computer all weekend? Is there anything I can look at that I can say,
Right.
he couldn't be involved because he was on the computer,
Yeah, they could verify that.
or he was online on a porn site, or
On
he
board
was online doing college work, or
jacking
anything
off all weekend.
that would exclude you as being involved altogether. I mean, did anybody see you this weekend at the house?
Yeah, what do you think, Stephen?
Did you go out to get a newspaper? Did you wave to a neighbor, or you just locked yourself in all week?
Yes.
Just the computer activity
Nobody
would be
saw
enough.
you?
No.
It should be.
I mean, what do you just
Playing
stay in the
video
house all day?
Yes.
I mean, what do you do all day in the house?
Yeah, for real.
Play video games.
By yourself.
Yes.
Do you play online?
You never talk to anybody on the phone?
Look into that.
Anyway?
If they call me.
Well, who calls
I
you?
was gonna say, did anybody call you?
Parents.
Why are you sending them on a fishing
I
expedition?
mean, you've always done that your whole life? You don't have no friends?
I
How
have
can you go your whole life without a friend?
I have friends.
Where they at?
You sure you do? Sure as hell don't
Where they at?
anymore?
You have any friends here in Macon?
Yes.
Name one, because
Liar.
everybody I talked to said they ain't your friend.
Ryan
Ooh,
Granger.
that's cold.
Cass Lawson. Ashley Morehouse. Carmen Love.
That's the same people I talked to today, and they're not your friend,
And that is cold.
okay? They're not your friend.
Nope, not anymore. They know what you did, Stephen.
I mean, it's all over anyways. I just wanted to know what was going on tonight. The game's over. I mean, we know what you did to her, so we just want to know if you were going to tell us or not.
Yep, we
I
already know.
didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you say,
That's what you say.
but we know different. So you're fucked either way.
Yeah, you are. Either way.
You're fucked.
Yeah, you're done.
We already know.
It's over. And your
And
behavior
everybody
says
out
it
there,
all.
all your friends know that you're down here because of what happened to Lauren. So all those friends that you thought you had are not your friends anymore.
I mean, all they had to do was watch his reaction on the news. I think I need to go
no
sit
more
down.
video games. Alright. Oh. This is the end. Is there anything you want to say?
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you say.
Yeah, that's what you say.
That's what you say. Stick to your story.
Damn, he's 6 feet tall.
Because it's over. We're tired of talking to you.
He only weighs 128 pounds, apparently.
Okay. We know you killed her. We know you put her body in the trash can. Simple as that.
He's locked up in Augusta State Medical Prison.
Nita knows
What?
it. Glenda knows it, your mother.
This asshole should be
Your sister
thrown in with
knows
general
it.
population, man.
Your sister's husband knows it. The one that used to beat your sister. He knows it.
Ooh.
You know what he said? He said he's a crazy motherfucker is what he said
Oh, wow.
when I called him. That's your own family calling you crazy.
Yikes.
Your own family said you crazy.
Now you like them apples.
Nobody wants to see you. Nobody's coming to visit you. So you can sit there with that dumb look on your face. But it's over.
Stupid ass look. Deer in the
Enjoyed
headlights.
yourself and it's all over now. Okay?
No, dude, your face says all of it, and then some.
Anything you want to say? I don't know.
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you say. But I'm telling
That's
you, you
what
did.
you say.
Okay?
But we
Simple
know
as that.
the
You're
truth.
not in charge, I am. I just took it away from you. That's one thing you
Yep.
can't change, brother.
That doesn't belong to you.
You can't change that. You are no longer in charge of anything.
Not anymore. You're at my house.
Okay? You understand that? Yeah.
And believe it or not, I don't
Talk
think
to
he's
Glenda.
under arrest here. Believe
She's
it or not.
crying.
Because I don't think they have enough, direct evidence to hold him. I think he can actually technically walk out if he wanted.
She's supposed to be coming down there.
Because I believe they end up cutting him loose after this interview.
I told them the whole story.
That's why they're applying all this pressure,
They told me what you used to tell them about your next door neighbor, too.
trying to get him so they can keep him.
Yeah. What? You can't say nothing now? You're speechless? Hmm? Yeah, she should be here in a little bit.
Oh.
I promised her I'd let her see you and the kids. I don't know if she's bringing them all or not before you go on down.
Before you go on
All
down.
right? Okay?
I didn't do anything.
Doesn't matter what you think you did.
I didn't do anything.
Doesn't matter. It's what I can prove.
Oh, but you did.
Okay?
Oh, but you did.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants?
Mr. Smartass.
Hmm? Promised her I'd let her see you. So I'm waiting on them to get down here. Alright?
He really doesn't like to hear that.
Okay? I'm taking Glenda's statement about what you used to tell her about your neighbor.
Oh, what's that?
About what you used to tell her about your guns and your knives and
Oh.
your sister's husband's coming. Because he said you crazy. Your sister is married still, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He used to beat her back in the day?
I don't know.
Nice.
Huh? Well, you sit in here and think about it for a little bit, okay?
Maybe he didn't know that.
Okay.
I mean, the police would know if there's a record of it.
Got plenty of
Arrest
time to
record or
think
something.
now, don't you? Hmm? Yeah. Got plenty of time to think. You thought you were smarter than everybody else, but you're not. You're not.
By the way, he
Sad
murdered
thing
Lauren
about it is you
on
probably could have made something
June the
worth your life,
26th.
but you chose
I
a
don't think they
different
actually
route
said the
because,
exact date,
one,
but it was June
you don't have a
26th
girlfriend, and two,
at
you've
around
never been a
4:30
good
a.m.
girlfriend.
Murder by strangulation, dismemberment, and
I'm listening.
invasion.
I'm all ears.
Friggin' scumbag.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Don't want you to say nothing. You're fucked either way.
Either way.
Do you understand that?
No.
I didn't do anything.
That's your side of the story. That's your side of the story. Works both ways, brother.
Volume's maxed out. Trying to turn it up more.
Both ways. Ain't gonna be no more yelling. Ain't nobody gonna yell at you. They're gonna come in here and cry and kiss you goodbye.
Off you go.
I'm gonna take their statement,
Do
and
the
it's
slammer.
all over. You do understand that, right?
I didn't do anything.
That's what you say.
He keeps circling back to that.
That's what you say. Because you haven't told us anything.
No, he really hasn't.
Do you realize what I'm telling you?
There's nobody else to look at, dude.
Hmm?
Your face says it all.
Okay.
You're
Well, you
fucked.
sit there and think about it a little bit, okay? I'll come back and check on you.
Last chance. Nothing?
Thought you were smarter than everybody. But you fucked up. You fucked up. Somebody always leaves something in a crime scene. You fucked up.
Not only that, but he filmed her like an hour before he did all that
You fucked it up.
from outside.
First, I didn't really believe you had anything to do with it.
I know, and that's the crazy part.
They said, man, it couldn't have
I mean,
been
they probably
him.
had
He
a
used to work
hunch,
down
but
the DA's office with us. He's a good
he probably
guy.
wasn't their prime suspect until that reaction on the news.
Out, friendly guy and everything. Couldn't be him. He couldn't have done something like that.
Doesn't exactly have a good poker face.
But we're through talking to you. Just waiting for them to come visit you. Are you through with your little show you've been putting on all day? Huh? Are you through? Hmm? You're not gonna win.
It's over.
Too much evidence.
Too many mistakes.
Too much evidence. Appreciate you talking to me though. Just hang tight. Look, Glenda will be down here in a minute. I'll usually take her to drive down the interstate.
I don't know.
Well, hang tight, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so that's the end of the interview. And I believe they come back and they get him. Maybe they don't. No, it looks like it ends there. So yeah, that's the end of the interview. And then I've only got one quick last thing. Lauren Giddings killer, Stephen McDaniel in court. This is on 13 WMAZ, August 17th of 2018. So this is 7 years after that interview. And again, in 2014, he admitted to murdering Lauren Giddings, and he pled guilty and all of that, but he ends up back in court in 2018, and he puts his his defense attorney on the stand, and he asks him some questions.
Today.
So here, let me turn this down a little bit because I know this is going to get loud. My apologies if that was too loud. So here we go.
Convicted killer Stephen McDaniel questioned his former attorney and others as he tried to convince a Richmond County judge to grant him a new trial. McDaniel admitted 4 years ago to killing and dismembering his Mercer Law School classmate and neighbor, Lauren Giddings. Caitlin Heck breaks down what happened in the courtroom today.
Stephen McDaniel walked into the courtroom today with an entire cart full of documents. Now, the morning got off to a bit of a slow start. He began by questioning Nancy Scott Malcor.
Well, it looks like some of that law school might be paying off, I guess.
He asked very specific
but not really,
because
I think they denied it.
And transcripts of pretrial hearings. Now, this is the first time we've really heard Stephen McDaniel speak. In all of his pretrial hearings, it was mainly his attorneys who spoke for him.
Okay.
How would you describe my demeanor at that meeting?
Now, things really didn't pick up until later in the afternoon as McDaniel began
he does look
questioning
different.
his former attorney, Floyd Buford.
Lost all that
McDaniel
crazy hair of
decided
his.
to waive his attorney-client privilege, meaning that Buford had the ability to speak freely regarding his discussions with Stephen McDaniel. Buford described McDaniel today as weird and a bit odd, but he did say
yeah,
that throughout
I
the
would say
entire
so.
process, he believed that McDaniel was innocent.
But up until the last couple of weeks of your case, I was strongly in your corner.
Well, you're supposed to be. You're his defense lawyer.
That this computer evidence that came in from the GBI, the fact that you peeping in this Giddings apartment.
We also got a very
the video that I mentioned.
Discussions between McDaniel and his legal team.
Stephen recording her from outside.
Guilty plea.
The graphic, specific, detailed confession that you made to Frank Hogan and I, which we were shocked about in the jail.
So he did give a detailed confession.
Terrific detail about
probably because they offered him life with parole, which he ended up getting.
He claims that Floyd Buford, Frank Hogan, and the rest of his defense team failed to represent him effectively. Here's what Buford had to say today about that.
Started off facing a death penalty. It ended up with life with the possibility of parole. You could get out one day, Stephen.
Possible.
Viciously murder a woman and dismember her, and you still could be paroled.
Yeah, that's freaking wild. Unbelievable.
Throughout the entire day, McDaniel remained very stoic, much like his parents who were sitting in the front row. They showed very little emotion, except for at the very end of the day. His mother waited around as McDaniel was getting ready to leave the courtroom and waited to blow him a kiss. And McDaniel was not able to call on one of his last witnesses, his other defense attorney, Frank Hoke. He also intends to question Nancy Scott Malcor again regarding documents.
So what's up with defense lawyers and having long hair?
The judge decided to call for a recess and said that the hearing would have to continue at a later date. In Richmond County, I'm Caitlin Heck, 13 WMAZ News.
Buford also brought up child pornography charges against McDaniel, saying the images found on McDaniel's computer were some of the worst he'd ever seen. McDaniel will not be prosecuted on those charges as part of his plea agreement. The next
he had that crap on his computer too?
Has not been set.
Oh my God, dude, what a scumbag.
Comments from today, including detailed descriptions of McDaniel's confession on 13WMAZ.com.
I hope they nail him with charges on that too. I would assume that they would have. So this October 2019, let me see. I thought I had, yeah, here we go. As of June 10th, 2024, Stephen McDaniel was incarcerated at Hancock State Prison in Hancock County, Georgia. However, he was moved to Valdosta State Prison, according to the Georgia Department of Corrections. This move occurred sometime after June 10th of 2024, but the exact date is not specified in the provided context. But I believed I read somewhere that he was in some medical prison, but he's not anymore, according to this. So, and this is on the Macon Telegraph 5 years ago, so it's not exactly new news, but it did mention that he's 6 feet tall, he's 128 pounds, and yeah, it's just a real brief update, at least back in 2019. At that time, he had been an inmate in 4 different prisons, including Jackson and Valdosta. So anyway, yeah, that's the story of Stephen McDaniel. Absolutely crazy interview. Definitely one of the most bizarre ones that I've ever seen, and certainly has to be one of the strangest, weirdest ones that's probably ever been seen on the internet, to say the least. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. See you later.